Also tonight, the multi-tattooed hunk who's become one of America's hottest actors. Wentworth Miller stars in the hit US drama Prison Break. It has a huge following in the States, and looking at Wentworth, well, you can understand why.
And Wentworth's here now. That is such an original idea. I mean, you know, once that idea was committed to paper, it had to be made, didn't it? You couldn't not make that serious.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. I think it was the most clever TV or film script I'd read in a long time.
Did you know straight away and you thought, yep, I'll do it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was looking for work, A, and B, I thought it would catch on. I think there's something about prison that people find compelling, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you're a structural engineer, aren't you, in the programme?
Yes.
You were. So, and you worked on the prison, so you kind of knew all about where everything was, the tunnels, the escape hatches, and all the rest of it, the pipes. Wouldn't you kind of think that the people who sentenced you would know that?
No, they don't. You know. No, because you did it in secret.
So it was kind of an under-the-table deal. I was just responsible for the renovations of the prison. But that was like a subcontract, something. The writers came up with an idea.
So the authorities don't know that you know how the place works?
No, don't know that I know how the place works or that we are brothers.
Right. Now, it was actually shot in a real maximum security prison that was decommissioned about 3 years ago, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Joliet State Pen.
Yeah, that's near Chicago, isn't it?
Outside of Chicago.
Was it a truly horrible place? I mean, they say that, you know, that walls absorb atmosphere and stuff. I mean, and it's been there a long time, that prison. I mean, did you pick up a sense of hopelessness?
It is pretty oppressive. I mean, it's 150 years old, so there's a lot of pain and suffering. Yes, I'd say soaked into the walls, but, you know, human beings are so adaptable. After a while, it was just a place I went to work.
Did you find any interesting graffiti knocking around the place?
I didn't find any graffiti. What I found most oppressing was the inspirational messages that the warden had inscripted here and there, one of which was, "It's never too late to mend, and make time serve you," which, I don't know.
How depressing.
Exactly.
Oh,
listen, the tattoo, quite obviously, is not your own. And how... It's incredibly intricate and presumably has to be exactly the same for continuity reasons every time they do it. How often did you have to have that painted on?
We have to put on the entire tattoo maybe once per episode, which is good news because it takes about 4 or 5 hours to apply.
Per episode? And how long does it take to shoot an episode?
8 days.
So it'll last for 8 days then?
It will last for 8 days. You can't shoot it after 1 day because it'll start to deteriorate.
I see,
but it's rather sticky. It's like wearing flypaper because of the glue and the sealant. So we scrub it off at the end of every workday.
What a pain in the bum.
You've started...
I mean, that must be I mean, after you've done 1 or 2 episodes, it must be real.
It's pretty tedious, but it's such a great special effect. I think it's worthwhile.
It is. It's fantastic. But if you escape, and we've got quite a long way to go in this series over here yet, but I believe that, aren't you just about to start filming the second series in the States?
We'll start in June.
You start in June, right. Now, if you escape, what happens to the... Are you stuck with it forever? Because
my idea is that I stop off in a Mexican clinic and get it lasered off, but the writers have a real fondness for it, and Michael has included in the tattoo certain elements and facts and figures that will only come into play post-escape.
On the outside.
So, unfortunately, it's not going to go anywhere.
So this is the guy... Is he the director? Did he work on X-Men 3?
Brett Ratner, he's shooting X-Men 3 right now.
Oh, that's right.
That's right, he shot our pilot.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, you're quite right about there's something about prison escape dramas, I mean, prisoner of war movies, and of course you have to have a tunnel. I mean, a tunnel is crucial, absolutely crucial to the you know, the enjoyment of the public.
A badass warden. And
exactly, right. So here's the tunnel.
Okay. You were... Just to get back to you a minute, you were born in this country, weren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Chipping Norton.
Both of my parents were American, but my father was at school at the time. So
he was a Rhodes Scholar?
That's right.
At Oxford?
Yeah.
In fact, you're a really academic family, aren't you? I mean, both your mother and your father were at Yale.
My father was.
Your father?
Yes. Oh, I thought your mother was too. Sorry, forgive me. And also, you've got 2 sisters who are sort of they're studying law. They're both involved in law.
One's on her way to law school and the other's in graduate school.
You went to Princeton.
Yes.
But obviously decided against the law.
Yes, that was never in question for me.
Okay. You got this huge female following. I mean, much excitement in the building today that you were coming. And somebody said this morning, so where does he get his looks from? And I've got this in writing. You are part African-American, part Jamaican, part English, part German, part French, part Dutch, part Syrian, and part Lebanese. Is that true?
Yes, it's not the whole picture, but that's in there.
Like where? How did that happen?
I'm not sure. I think that's just kind of the American experience, you know,
How
the
many
melting
generations are we
pot
going back here?
in effect.
Are these aunts and uncles and
I'd say
cousins
maybe
by marriage?
I'd say maybe 3. Yeah.
Jeez, extraordinary.
Thank you.
Well, you have got a very interesting face, I have to say. Before you started Prison Break, you featured in the Mariah Carey video, didn't you?
Yes, that's right.
Now, you see, that was interesting, because today when we were looking at the clips and the thing, and we've seen you on the show, obviously, we thought, we've had this guy on the show before. We've had him on the show. We thought, no, we haven't. We checked the computer records. No, we haven't. And then we realised we did, because when Mariah Carey was sitting where you are perched now,
Right.
that was
showed
when
this
this video
video
had just come out. It was about 18 months ago.
Yeah, it's got a lot of playtime.
You were the young guy who basically steals her from her older bridegroom.
From Eric Roberts, yes.
Eric Roberts, right. Okay, well, here it is. How could you do it to the guy?
Very graduate, that is.
That's very
It's
graduate,
great
yeah.
to meet you, Wentworth.
Thank you very
Likewise.
much indeed.
Thank you
and
so
we have to
much.
say that Prison Break is on Mondays at 10 o'clock on 5.
And we hope you get out and make it to Panama. Okay.